Levioso, incendio, axio, levioso, axio. If you watch this till the end, you will learn how Assembly AI, the speech-to-text tool, will turn you into a wizard from a Harry Potter universe. Stay with me and I will show you how it can be done. You must know the Hogwarts Legacy game. It's been already out for a while. The second part is coming soon. So the Assembly AI will allow you to cast the spells inside the game with your voice. So how cool is that? So instead of clicking on the button there, trying to switch from one set of spells to another set of spells, and making your fingers fast so that you can actually play the game. So you can now actually cast the spell with your voice. I will show you. It's a simple script. You run it once you start the game, let's say, and all the uh, spells will be available for you. So let's see what the script is just very quickly, and we'll dive into the actual gameplay and how it can be actually used. So let's say Python spellcast.py. We're just calling the script. Once we call it, it will start recognizing the spells, right, or everything that we are going to say. So we have a number of spells here. I will explain why you see some duplicates here later. So but we have for the Levioso, it's F1 plus 2. F1 is just this spell card that consists of 4, right? So, and the Levioso is the positional number 2. So I have to say F1 plus 2 if I want to cast it in the game. So we are just calling the same combination with a keyboard tool uh, when we will be saying these spells. So AssemblyAI will recognize the spell. It will basically trigger that F1 plus 2 in the keyboard. So this is the way we are achieving the becoming a true wizard. So let's try it out. So let's start the script. Okay, you can see here we are in. So you can already see that it's trying to recognize what I'm saying. And it is doing it as streaming, right, as it hears us. So let's try to say Levioso. And you can see now it triggered the basically Levioso. Now we actually casted this. So you can see that some of the keyboards basically are being open out, right? So that because it is actually calling the keyboard command, but I'm not in the game, so that's why it's doing it. So I think we can make it a little bit more complicated to actually recognize it if I'm in the game and only then cast. But again, for simplicity reasons, this is going to be fine. Okay, it's casting some other things. So let's say Wingardium Leviosa, Incendio, Axio, Axio, Revelio, Revelio, Protego, Reparo, his arm. Okay, so I think that is enough. So I'll explain to you in a second what we have done so far. So you can see here basically the uh couple of logs, right? So you see here that we are casting Leviosa, we are casting Leviosa again because since we said it, casting Incendio, and sometimes you see this, sometimes it's not because basically it was not recognized. Sometimes it is just because the partial part of it wasn't recognized, which is fine. And the reason basically why it gives you sometimes the spell was casted wrong, because as you know from the universe, Harry Potter universe itself, if you don't know how to cast your spell, if you don't pronounce it right, if you don't move your hands right, move your wand right way, so it will not cast. So you have to cast it and say it basically the right way. And sometimes it will, I think for the Axio, I have problems with Axio for some reason, can't say it right. So it will not say it, basically it will not cast unless it recognized it. Of course, we have a fuzzy match, so you don't need actually to say it like 100% accurate. But since Assembly AI gives you the text to speech to text tool for English, so it will not recognize Latin, right? So that's why we have fuzzy search, so it is fine. And that's why we basically have the different ways to say the same spell. So for example, for Axio, I have actually not Axio with double C, but Axio, since that's what assembly I recognize the most, so, and it is the most accurate, and it sounds the same. So even if I say Axio, and it sometimes it recognizes as exile, and this is also fine since it's going to basically say well, do the same thing that I wanted to do, right? So you might want to play with this around depending on your accent, depending on how you actually speak. I speak this way, so that's why I have this Levioso, Wingardium Leviosa. So sometimes it will catch one or the other, and if it didn't, then I'll just give up and say levitate. Just levitate is more. So yeah, and for reparo, right, so the same. I have just normal English word repair. Protego, for some reason, it actually does it well. So I don't think it's an English word, but still recognizes it. So well, part of it is because we have some basically ways or tricks how to optimize it, right? So I think the other half of complexity of this project is to actually make these, right? So all of these uh, let's say modifications you need to do for the spell to be casted, and it should be casted as soon as possible. It's not necessary that assembly AI is fast. When it is fast, it gives you like the response is like 100 to 150 milliseconds. I think I was checking, so it was quite fast. But how you process it, right? How quickly your Python script will click on the right keyboard command. That's another thing. So yeah, so all of these basically, and you can see it's going and going and going and going. Well, yeah, and I guess it's finishing. So all of these basically was to make sure that the commands will be casted as soon as you say. There is still some delay. I think the only way to achieve to the lowest latency is to actually have it on your machine. So even though it's still might be complicated to set it up. So AssemblyAI is perfect fit for the game, right? For you actually using it while you're playing. You'll need to adjust it. Like for example, you said Levioso, and then you want to say Axio, so you don't wait until the last second. You want to say you want to cast Axio, you actually cast it, and then it arrives exactly when you finished with one spell. So the other spell comes. So and basically it's fine. So sometimes even if you're not fully you're just about to get reset on that spell, you can still cast it and it will cast in time. So I got used to it. So the next part will be actually the demo itself. So you might not hear my voice that clear, but you'll see my mouth talking. So basically that's when I'm casting the spells, and all of this was done purely with the voice. The only thing that I've been doing is clicking this button just to normal attack. That's all I've been doing. Okay, so and maybe jumping around and walking around first. So thanks a lot for watching this, and I hope you enjoyed. check it out. Very simple installation. You just need the keyboard, the pip install, and the uh, assembly AI itself, and the API key basically from the assembly AI. So once you've done that, you just launch this and it works. And now you are wizard, my friend. Levioso, Axio, Incendio, Levioso, Levioso, Axio, Axio, Incendio, Levioso, Axio, 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 Levioso, Axio, Incendio, Levioso, Incendio, Axio, Levioso, Incendio, Incendio, Levioso, Axio, Axio, Levioso, Levioso,